Absolutely, man. So, tell the people, basically about how you got involved in music. Do you come from a musical family? Like, what actually initially inspired the interest in hip hop?
Well, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, the Twin Cities, born and raised. My father um, was one of the biggest DJs back in like the 80s and 90s here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, and pretty much the Midwest as far as stepping music, as far as jazz, as far as old school. My dad was pretty much the man. So I grew up around records, tapes, ADATs, all of that. And then, of course, the usual upbringing of anybody who has Southern roots, growing up in the church, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of mix those two things together. And that's kind of where I got my first influences from. My father he listened to a lot of blues. So blues was kind of my first introduction into music. And it's kind of fitting the way blues is written and done that, there's a lot of the first rappers, you know what I'm saying, were more so blues players. So, it kind of worked out that way.
Okay. All right. That's definitely interesting, man. So, you had mentioned you want to learn how to play the piano. Do you actually play any instruments at all right now, like keyboards or something like that?
I get busy on the drums a little bit, but I really do want to, because I feel like if I can learn how to play the piano with so many synthesized sounds, it'll be a lot easier for me to lean into the trumpet, saxophone, or whatever else I want to kind of lean into once I learn the basics of how the sounds of that instrument kind of work together. So I say piano. I mean, my goal as an artist, really, at the end of the day, when I'm all done and old and everything, I just want to play piano in a jazz band, be an old man, and just tour with my jazz band and play piano. I don't want to rhyme, do none of that. I just want to sit at the piano and play.
Okay. All right. So I know a lot of artists, that we talk to, they all have a different opinion of the state of music. Some people might say, oh man, the state is good, everything is good, hip hop is progressing and whatever. And then some people be like, well, I don't like the state of hip hop right now. So what's your particular opinion of like radio and the way hip hop is changing, all the music that's getting the most attention right now, like Drake and stuff like that? How do you feel about that?
I think Drake is dope. I would have liked to hear a little bit more hip hop on his album, but I mean, if that's the direction that the brother wants to go, and this is me speaking as a fan, like, I'm not the type of cat that'll try to take a position, artist to artist and try to judge what that person is doing, because I truly feel like I'm an artist, and whatever I do in the moment, that's what I want to do. So it's like I'm not trying to judge somebody else's feelings, because 9 times out of 10, hopefully, that's what their music reflects. But I think Drake is dope. I think Nicki is dope. Both of their albums, I would have loved to see more rhyming on there. I understand they're going for the pop thing. I'm not really mad at that. It's a business. It totally makes sense. Young Money is trying to, turn over a new face, and it makes sense to me. As far as the state of hip-hop, I think Mos Def said it the best back in the 90s, man. It's just like hip-hop isn't some giant up in the hills, you know what I'm saying? Like, hip-hop is us, so if we're doing good, hip-hop is doing better. I think there's a direct relation in how we do as a people, right next to how hip-hop is doing. I mean, because right now you see, man, they're tearing down schools. We don't value education. We don't even value self-preservation like we used to. So, of course, the music is going to reflect that.
Okay.
So, I mean, I love music. I'll never say it's dead. I'll never say hip-hop's dead, because it's not. Everything has its cycle, like butterflies or, whatever you want to look at in the ecosystem. Like, everything has its cycle. I feel like there's been a lot of great changes that have come, since the golden era, quote unquote, which is, my favorite era of hip hop, like late 80s, early 90s, like early, 2000, whatever. But I feel like business-wise, man, it's anybody's ball game. A lot of cats are making money that wouldn't have been making money back in the 80s, and I can't turn my nose up at that. I think that a lot of the dance music as far as like the beats have gotten way better. Beats have really stepped up. I feel like MCs right now are taking a step down, but I don't all the way blame them. I do definitely blame them, and they get the majority of the blame. But we got to look at these record companies. We got to look at the fans and the things that we demand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, you know, that's where I'm at with that.
Okay, that's what's up, man. We got a call on 917. Who's in the building?
Yo.
What up?
Yo.
917, what up? Who this?
Yo, this is Shy, man.
Yo, we got Shy Stimuli in the building, man. What's going on?
Peace. Big fan.
Yeah. What up, man?
Man, what's good? Big fan of your work, my dude.
Yo, appreciate that, man.
Yo, we got Ceewhy. Yo, we got Ceewhy in the building, man. We talking to him about his new project, Black Art.
Yeah, I heard it,
man. We got Shy Stimuli in the building, man. So what's going on, B?
No, man, I'm just listening in, man. Just listening to the jewels being dropped, you know. That's it.